What's good, everyone? RagingYoshi here with Hex Shards of Fate. This time, we are bringing out a new deck. This is not the deck I wanted to click on. This is the deck that I'm still missing pieces to. We are going to be looking at Mono Sapphire Empress of Ice Tempo. This is a monocolored deck, and I very much enjoyed this deck for what it is. This deck basically plays around the card, where's you at? Empress of Ice, a 3-drop with flight. Every time we get a Sapphire resource, we can tap a card our opponent controls, and then if we have 5 Sapphire resources, our opponent's troops do not ready during their ready step. So this is one of our big cards. We also have Tribunal Magistrate, which we can slap on the board and force our opponent to answer it. If they don't, they just get spiders into their deck, and when we draw them, and when they draw them, excuse me, they come to our side of the field and become bigger because this guy says so. We also play 4 copies of Commander Prompt. Commander Prompt, when our cards are exhausted, they get +2 power. When they're ready, they get +2 defense. 2 Consulted Talons, good cards are good. 4 Skittering Cultivators. When it untabs, readies, whatever you want to call it, we get 2 Dreadlings. Dreadlings are these little cute little 1/1s that sack themselves at the end of the turn. And then we run 3 Rimbind, 3 Transmog, 4 Arcane Focus, and then 4 copies of Copycat. It's a 0-drop, so it costs no resource to play, but we can't play it until we have 5 Sapphires. And then once we do that, we get to target a troop on the board, and we get to turn this into a copy of that. So on turn 4, our big play typically is Empress of Ice, activate a Champion's Power, and then Copycat Empress of Ice. Because a Champion's Power is 4 charges, and we gain a threshold of our choice. So we can Empress of Ice lock down our opponent's board and then Copycat Empress, so we have double Empress. Or what we can do is we can Magistrate and then Copycat our Magistrate. It's really, really good combos. Really like this deck. This deck is so much fun. I've decked for a while, but never got my hands on it. And I decided to get my hands on the pieces so I can play this deck. I feel like this deck also does... I don't know how true that is, but I think with a much more mid-range meta, having Empress of Ice locking our opponent's board state down is really, really solid. Alright, so we lost a coin flip there. That's okay. We lose coin flips all the time. So our opponent... So he's playing... Alright, so this hand is, like, awful. This is a hand that's going nowhere fast, and we probably are going to throw this back. And by probably, I mean almost definitely. It's like, this hand could be so much better. So replace the hand. Going down to 6, what do we got? 2 resources, Skittering Cultivator, Arcane Focus, Empress, and a Commander Prompt. This hand's not amazing, but it's much better. Let's see what our opponent has for us. Alright, I think that was an ice. I wasn't really paying attention, honestly. What do we draw? We draw another resource. 3rd resource is really good. I kind of want Arcane Focus to find our 4th one. And if we can't find another resource, we're going to find a nice, powerful Dorko. I think we're going to grab Consult the Talons. To be fair, I actually might have wanted to grab the Warp Steel Shards Horn, because I could play this on 2, Warp Steel on 3, Consult the Talons on 3. Maybe that would have been a better play. The more I think about it, that probably would have been the better play. We're also up against some type of mono diamond deck. Oh, this card's good. Okay. Let us see. Let us see. So we are going to Skittering Cultivator. And now we shall sit. We play the sit and wait game. Skittering Cultivator, good card. Alright. I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like the spot we're in just can only go upwards from here. But we do need to draw our 4th resource, because on 4 we want to play Empress of Ice, play our Shard, activate Champ Power. Alright, Daughter of the Poet could be scary. Because Daughter, basically, she's in the same vein as Empress of Ice. Yeah, she's going to give this Dorko flying. Sure. What does Daughter of the Poet do? She puts a troop from her crypt into play. That's potentially scary. I don't think. No, that's just potentially scary. Let's not beat around the bush. It depends. Exhaust one or more of your troops at a start your turn. There 5 more. Create a Valor and put it into your hand. Okay, that's interesting. We got a 4th resource. So what that means is we're in a reasonable spot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with a Skittering Cultivator right now. My reason for doing this is when it untaps, we'll get 2 Dreadlings. Probably got to gain 2 life off that, but that's fine. I'll deal with that. Alright. We're going to take a nice chunk of damage from this, unfortunately. Otherwise, make each run in your deck. What the fuck? What does this card do? Oh, it puts the Rowan into his deck. But now, every time he attacks, and he moves all the Rowans up so he draws them. What does Rowan even do? Huh. That card's interesting. And very potentially dangerous. Our opponent's swinging with his forces. Not the best decision for him, honestly. And we see the one, the only, the Llama Herder. And then this lovely card. So no resource from my opponent? If my opponent has no resource, then we are going to go in right now. Alright, so Empress of Ice. Now you get to see the power of my Empress. So we're gonna tap Llama Herder. Next we're going to Champ Power, grabbing us another resource. Tapping down Vigilant Escort. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to attack with our Dorcos. Now, granted, we definitely could have consulted the Talons instead, but I would like to keep this Ruin Bind up just in case something dangerous comes out of my opponent, like Banishing Light or something. And my opponent has 3 cards in hand. I believe Rowan's a 5-drop. Oh no, Rowan's a 3-drop, so if he has Rowan, it could definitely come down. Instead, this Ardent Crusader. Not the scariest thing in the world, so we're not going to run off our Ruin Bind on it. We really want to be aware of like something that's dangerous enough to where it can threaten our Empress. Oh no, the Ardent Crusader gained flying this turn. Opponent has 1 card in hand, so it is quite possible that we just locked them out of the game. But this Ruin Bind is literally going to be the thing that makes sure we are successful in our attempts to lock our opponent out of this game. Or it's this copycat. So what we'll do is we'll grab that. And I'm actually going to consult the Talons, tapping both of my Empresses. Our Dreadlings are going to swing in here. Excellent. Grab the resource. Doesn't really matter. Tap Crusader, tap Crusader. Now since we have double Empress, part of me wants to kind of try to run out this commander prompt, since we don't have to worry about both of them getting got. And this commander prompt will allow us to start turning the corner very quickly. Commander prompt, put some damage in. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. To get out of this right now, they need 2 pieces of removal for our Empresses, which they clearly don't have. Okay. So, what are we up against? This card isn't good. Into the Unknown might be useful here. I don't think Verdict of the Ancient Kings is useful. I think the Transmogs is good. And the rune bind was nice that we had it. You know, we'll keep the rune binds. I think the skittering cultivators are pretty medium. To be fair, those are what were putting us ahead. So I think I'll drop the warp steels and I'll leave it like this. I think based on what we had, we played that out about as well as we possibly could. Let's see. Let's look at this hand. So here's the problem with this hand. It's a one resource hand. Okay, we're gonna risk it for another reason that this hand is amazing if we get there. If we get the 3 resources, Heart's Whisper confirms our 4th because it's Fate Weave, then we draw a card. I mean, excuse me, Fate Weave, then we draw 2 cards. Alright, in case we had a turn to play, I think we're going to do that and pass Desu. As I said, our hand's not amazing, but our hand's pretty solid. So what we're going to do is next time we're going to Arcane Focus. If we hit the Fate Weave resource, we're going to Fate Weave... excuse me, if we hit an Ice, we're going to Fate Weave a resource on top. No. Arcane Focus. Illusion of Choice. Alright. Once again, Illusion of Choice. No. I want to play. In case things go south, I want to play next turn. My intent is the Heart's Whisper next turn. But we need to draw a resource to do that. Alright, opponent's starting to put some beatdowns on us. They have 6 cards remaining in their hand. We have 7. What's this thing? Swift Strike. If the top card of your their deck is an Ardent Troop, when it attacks, they draw it. Okay, so we did not draw the resource we needed. That's not good. What have we seen? We've seen 2, 4. We've seen 12 cards in our deck. 14 if you include the extra cards from both Arcane Focuses, and we've only seen 2 resources. That's very below average. Because this is a 22 resource deck. So, reasonably, we should have seen 3 resources at this point. Okay. I think we're going to block this thing. Because we can actually eat this with this block. And we get totem trapped. Of course. That's not good. Alright, we might be getting run out of this game by not drawing that resource. Because we draw it now. If we Heart's Whisper, we're taking 12 from their Alpha Strike. God. We don't have a choice. If this goes well, we win the game. But the problem is, that's a big if. Too many cards in hand. We only need 1 more resource in reality. But I think this commander prompt is a little... The second commander prompt's a little much. Losing the resource for 1 turn is a big deal. Granted, our opponent also stumbled on resources. What? Oh no, we just die. Why? Why did we die? Oh, this thing deals double damage too. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. We just die. I didn't realize. Okay, we need to enter the unknown, that stupid troop. Okay, I didn't read the card all the way, so I lost because of that. Yep, that sounds like a thing I do. That sounds like a thing I do. That's not the way to lose games, people. Read cards. Always read cards. Alright, going first. 2 resources. 20 resources in a deck of 53. We have a little over a 1 in 3 chance at seeing our 3rd resource. 3rd resource is pretty helpful. We have interaction in this hand, and we have plays on 2. I think we keep this. I'd like this a little better with the Arcane Focus, but this will have to do. Alright. So you can sack that to bounce a troop. Okay. Well, a troop that he controls anyway. Alright. Resource 3 hit. Always lucky. Let's go. So we're going to drop down a Skittering Cultivator. And we will pass. This thing now should not be attacking me. To be fair, based on what they play, is whether or not I'm attacking it. We have to be aware he has Totem Traps now in his deck. And Totem Trap is really a slight problem. Alright, world's favorite card. Everyone's favorite card. Alright, so end our opponent's turn. So we can Tribunal Magistrate or we can Heart's Whisper. I think the correct play right now is we Magistrate. If he blocks this, it dies. Alright, they have a Daughter of the Poet. To be fair, Empress of Ice beats Daughter of the Poet. So we just need to be very, very careful. They have 4 cards in hand. Oh, look who can fly, who can fly. Yeah, that's fine. Not the big deal. We have a lot of good cards in our hand. We're going to Heart's Whisper, Fate Weaver resource to the top. Gives us resource 4. It also gives us Empress of Ice, which is good. So we're actually going to sit on this right now. I technically could have sat on that resource, but I wanted to have a resource that I could do something with this turn. In case we either need to transmog some big fatty or we need to run bind something dangerous. For example, William Rowan's very slowly becoming something I should worry about, in my opinion. I don't think I'll let William Rowan attack again. So if he swings with this thing, I'm going to just transmog it, snap this off. Daughter of the Poet is legitimately not scary because I don't fight her creatures too much. Like, she can't pull from my graveyard. No, it's from their crypt. Okay, so... before my opponent declares their attack, we're just gonna cut that out right there. Sure, put him back into your hand. That's fine. I don't mind losing this for my opponent, just putting it back into their hand, seeing as they can't recast him. If they swing with this, then the only reason for swinging with it is to Totem Trap me. Yeah, put him back into play. Sure. Alright, we're going to run out Empress of Ice. Grab our Sapphire Shard. And we're going to tap down their big stupid while keeping some of our Dorkos open. Now we'll swing with this. Luckily, the best part is Tribunal Magistrate will buff the Dreadlings. That does give him life, which is unfortunate, But we're going to wait. If we're going to transmog this thing, we're going to do it at the end of our opponent's turn, not now. Because I want to keep the Runebind up just in case. We might not even do it on their turn. We might do it on our turn to make sure we have resources for the Runebind in case they have some type of counterplay. This Empress is important and is probably going to win us the game. Second daughter to poet. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. So they're giving the first daughter to the poet flying. This feels like a trap. This feels like a trap. More specifically, it feels like a totem trap. So we'll just take that. I have no problem with taking this 2 on the nose. Yes, they get the little life point swing, but Llama Herder, sure. Have your Llama Herder. Intrepid Conjurer, sure. Have your Conjurer. Valiant Escort. Sure. Not a whole lot we can do about that. What we'll do is we'll transmog this dumb. All right. Here's what we'll do. We're going to play out Commander Prompt. Because good cards are good, we're going to play this because good cards are still good. How do we want to do this? We're going to tap the Llama Herder because Llama Herder is a dangerous card. So these are definitely going to swing, going for 10 damage at our opponent's face. They're probably going to have to block those. They can. I wonder if my opponent will be crazy enough to double block my Skittering Cultivator. I feel like they should be blocking these to not take 10. But you never know what people could try to do. I feel like this game is really locked up so long as my Empress stays around. They have 1 card in hand, gonna get another. They are going to double block this Skittering Cultivator. Are they insane? I want to hold on to my Runebind. We're not going to do anything stupid with our Runebind. But that's such a curious block for me. I guess our opponent's running out their stuff just in hopes that they can keep up some type of defensive against me. Sure, play your cards. Sure, play your cards. Sure, play your cards. Let's Into the Unknown. No, definitely not. We're gonna continue the combat. We're gonna swing for 4 in the air. We have a nice clock with this, and now we have both Runebind and Into the Unknown based on what dangerous things our opponent tries to throw out. gonna Into the Unknown that Rowan. Like, we're not even gonna play this game. Sure. Rowan comes back out. Still flying to the end of turn, but you know what? It'll be gone in another moment. All right. And there we go. Look who's tapped down. God, love this card. This game's not that tough, but I do have to make sure I sequence everything right and I keep my lovely Runebind in my hand because it's the card that will win me the game. I could go for a much more aggressive swing this turn, but let's just go with the thing they can't interact with. They also have a bunch of spiders in their deck, so they are bound to start drawing some spooters. Gonna get some spooter action soon enough. And I lied. We're not gonna get any spooter action, actually. William Rowan in the house. Sacking off the other William Rowan. Why would you even... Oh, it's putting more Rowans into his deck. That's pretty funny, actually. Alright, since that's what my opponent's doing, we're just going to ignore the shit out of the William Rowans then. And just tap out all his other dorks. Empress of Ice hits in for 6. Actually, we could have just won if we Alpha Strike, right? They can only block 2, so we swing in with the squad, and that's game. I don't think there's anything my opponent can do. And now is the part where they start drawing spiders. Yes. Yes, the spiders. Sure. Their deck is 67 cards. Oh, because of all the spiders. You don't have anything flying, so I'm just gonna... The thing has this card deals double damage. I think those are correct blocks to be making. Our opponent's dead no matter how they slice it, so... Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and your totem trap. No. Just... We very well had that game locked up for quite a while. I mean, our opponent played as well as they could given the situation, but the only reason I really lost game 2 was because I just got really bad luck. Game 2, to be fair, game 2, that hand maybe wasn't a keep. I can't remember if I mulliganed once. I think I did. So if I mulligan once, I don't really like going lower than 6. Like, going to 5 just feels really bad a lot of the times. But now, match 2, 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 match 2. Okay. So if you look at the bottom, we're in Plat 2. We're actually really, really close. We're within striking distance of Cosmic. Which, if we are within striking distance of Cosmic, We have until the end of this month because this season started in September, and the seasons in Hex last for 2 months. I think that we have a new set dropping soon too. So once we start getting spoilers, I'll be giving updates about the. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. I hate when these queues take so long to pop, because now it's easy for me if I don't edit these videos, but it's just like, come on, this is a long just moment of downtime. Whatever. This deck, I really like it. This is one of the more like fun decks, and this deck is very my style, very tempo oriented, very delay oriented, and then we have a lock piece to shut games down in our favor. But you know what? People will bow down to us. Alright, and we're looking like we're in a mirror. If we're in a mirror, this is really unlucky. Alright, what's his hand looking like? I'll be honest, his hand's not looking good. We're gonna replace this. Why am I getting one sharders? Like, sure. This is like legitimately not good, but whatever. We're guaranteed. We can guarantee up to 5 resources right now. We're in a mirror, so that really blows. All right, we don't need to guarantee non-resources. Resources. We just need to grab our stuff and kind of try to do something. Granted, technically we're only a card behind our opponent, but that still doesn't make this feel any better. Who likes the mono Sapphire mirror? Because I don't. I haven't seen people play this deck like at all. Alright, let's see what we draw. Hey, that's a nice skittering cultivator you got there. Be a shame if I played one too. Like, I'm half tempted to just look at my opponent and be like, so, how you doing? Play in the mirror. I don't even know what the important cards are in the mirror. Copycat's like really big in the mirror. That much I know. Well, that's unlucky. I know this card's really big in the mirror, so yay for him. Tribunal Magistrate. We have a Heart's Whisper. I think that card's good in the mirror. I'm probably wrong. Well, now we have a Tribunal Magistrate. I think I'm going to attack with this just to get the Dreadlings. Yep. Our opponent can get their 3/6. I mean, they're gonna get what, 7 damage on me on this turn. It's gonna hurt. How would you want to play the mirror? I feel like resolving an Empress of Ice and locking your opponent out of the game is really big. That copycat would have been big. That would have been so big. That's a big deal that copycat got bodied. That's a big hit as well, too. Like, Jesus. Oh, what do we have here? We're going to play our own Empress of Ice. Going to play a resource. And we start tapping down nerds. Let's get another resource. And now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to copycat targeting their Tribunal Magistrate. I feel like this is by far the best decision I can make right now. I have my own Magistrate in hand, so I can run this out next turn. We're somewhat behind in tempo, but getting this Empress of Ice out is really big for us. All right. I think we want to do tap down the last Dorko. Now swing in for another set. I just missed out on damage. How much damage did I miss out on? A lot. I think we'll just accept the fact that we missed out on damage there. What the hell are you? Alright, interrupt the card with cost 4 or less. I don't know how good that card is, but it's there. Our opponent just scoops it up. Okay. So we win the mirror. So I think Entity Unknown is really good in the mirror. I think, is that the main thing I want to bring in the mirror? We want to Entity Unknown their Dorkos? Maybe Mad Robomancer? Maybe Dreadend? Actually, Transmog is really good. I'm going to drop these Runebinds because against this deck, we need more permanent answers to thing. We'll drop a Skittering Cultivator. Drop Commander Prompt. Put in the Mad Robomancer. We're going to put Berry Gem and minus cost gem into him. That feels right. This feels good. Good game one. Empress of Ice really does win these mirrors. Like, they resolved the Tribunal Magistrate, which technically could have run us out of the game, but because we hit our Empress, we were just able to lock them down really effectively. Also, Copycat is really big because we didn't have a Magistrate, and we were able to put one on the board. This is pretty reasonable. We have this if they put a Magistrate on 3, we have Transmog for it. Cultivator on 2, Transmog for the Magistrate. I think we definitely want that. Drawn to our Empress of Ice. So this hand is online, like very much so online. Like this hand is godlike. You have to be careful because copycatting a copycat turns the copycat that got copycatted back into a copycat. Oh god, that just gave me a headache to say. Alright, we're going to end our opponent's turn. Draw a resource. Into Skittering Cultivator. Now, I think we should be fine. But we just kind of need to very well be aware of what our opponent could have. Since on the draw, we're a card ahead of our opponent. Tribunal Magistrate. I expected this. So how do I want to react to this Magistrate? Do I want to transmog it now? Or do I want to wait to see if they have a secondary threat? And then, if possible, Empress of Ice next turn into copycat the Magistrate. I think that's what I want to do. Sure, that's fine. I think I'm very much okay with that decision line. We're going to hold our transmog. If they start trying to get aggressive or like do something very powerful this turn, then what we'll do is we'll transmog something. Like, I could totally see my opponent trying to go Empress of Ice into me. No Empress of Ice? That's peculiar. Alright. Drop our own Empress of Ice on the board. This card doesn't mobilize? What the hell? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get our 5 resources, and we want to copycat this tribunal now. I definitely want to copycat his magistrate now. We still have a transmog in our hand. Question is, do we want to transmog their magistrate? I want to say no in case they have an Empress and a Shard. If they have an Empress and Shard, I think we definitely want to... That's really, really weird play. They're going to transmog this and not this. I mean, sure. Consult the talents is fine. I think they're digging for the Empress of Ice at this point. Which they played a resource. Are they going to try to Empress and attempt to lock me somehow? I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. Double Tribunal Magistrate. Does my opponent have something they're going to try to react to this? Deny. What is... my opponent playing a lot of counter magic. I mean, that's interesting. Don't know how I feel about that, honestly. We're not in a bad position, but it's like right now this game's going to come down to who hits spiders at the top. Oh, right. Empress of Ice is on the board. God, someone's going to start hitting spiders. And truthfully, I really don't want it to be me. God, the two of us are just trying to run each other out of the game at this point. I mean... only real thing I can do right now. And we're probably going to hit spiders. Let's be real. We didn't hit spiders. Okay, then. Remember Lucky. Yeah. Alright, this game is in a really, really, like, awkward position. Fine. You want to play that game? I'll play it too. Ooh, spiders. Oh, my opponent goes into a Skittering Cultivator. Into another Tribunal Magistrate. Okay. But you know what? I hit spiders. Oh. Oh, that's some damage. Let's see how we draw for turn. End it. Alright, yeah, no. I'm okay with this. Because this means we just entered a powerful point of this game. This game is something else right now. Hey, look who got another spider, spider, spider. Thing is, I have so many spiders left in my deck. So if I hit one, that could really easily snowball out of control. But my opponent has nothing, so I think I win. Oh wait, no. Doesn't matter. This like actually doesn't matter. And GG. Alright, we pretty handedly won the mirror. Like, I was expecting that to be a bit tougher. Let's do at least one more. At least one more. God, you see this. We're so close. We're climbing. We are climbing the constructed ladder, guys. We're so close. Just won the mono sapphire mirror. Let's go. Really? Did we just get the mirror again? 3 resources. With a hand like this, it's pretty reasonable to ask that we draw into our 4th resource. Let's see what happens. Huh. Sapphire, so I wonder what they're playing. You know, this has been a thing. As of late, I just keep running into mirrors over and over again. Huh. They stacked the non-resource on top, meaning they must have enough shards in hand. Skittering cultivator. Huh. Who would have thought? Alright. We need to get a resource. Run out our own skittering cultivator. We need to see resource 4. If we see resource 4, we're in a really good spot. Magistrate. Alright. Warp Steel Shadowborn. I mean, Sworn. They can't react to this. And then we have our Runebind in hand to protect. Our girl. Yes, you will not stop me. Like, eventually the Runebind is going to come off. But I'm going to take advantage of the time that it's not off right now. So 4 damage. We're going to get some Dreadlings next turn. Save our opponent. They did not draw a resource. Do they have a way to deal with our Empress of Ice, though? Resource 5. Okay. Oh, copycat targeting my Empress. Huh. What is this? At the start of your turn, summon a Dreadling for each different race among troops you control. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to Ice, Seek Adventure. Resolve that. And then we're going to command prompt. Weave into nothing. Oh, he's weaving it. Oh my god, that's not good. He's fate weaving a resource. This is a... Do I attack with this? This is going on top of my deck anyway. I mean, it's going to get rimbound anyway. And I just am freaking fate weaved a non-resource. That's really unlucky. He's run binding this no matter what I do, so I might as well swing. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's kind of better for me that he does that. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll hit a Heart's Whisper. Truthfully, that weaving to nothing, I wasn't expecting it. That's scary, though. That's a lot of tempo for them. What is this? It summons Dreadlings every turn. Command prompt. Alright. We can get his Empress of Ice off the... You're kidding me, right? I'm dead. No, I'm dead. We don't win that. We don't win that. Alright, Into the Unknowns seem good. Dread End seem good. Transmography seems good. Robomancer seems good. We're going to drop one command prompt, Skittering Cultivator. I feel like I should drop the Shards ones, but I actually like them sometimes. Runebind's duh. Runebind's pretty medium in the matchup. We'll only play 3 Heart's Whispers to begin with. I kind of want to keep those. The Arcane Focuses are pretty instrumental to me. Alright. Let's see. Berry Gem. Mad Robomancer. Berry minus cost. Close. Alright, and then what's one more card we want to... Do we want to get rid of one more thing? We'll go in like that. Our 2-drops are honestly probably the this entire deck. Losing game 1 in the mirror feels bad. Drawing this hand in the mirror feels good. Watching our opponent mulligan in the mirror feels good. We're gonna seek fortune. So on 4, we're able to play Mad Robomancer. how good does that feel? This card's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I would like legitimately like this card in their deck. It's kind of there. IMO. Alright, play a shard. And pass the turn. Drew a lot of sideboard. Anything dangerous they throw out, we can into the unknown it. Turn 4, we can Mad Robomancer. Lots and lots of good stuff here. Just have to be careful. Into the unknown is scary because sometimes you can end up giving your opponent something better. I think we want to just run out Magistrate. Force our opponent to have an answer. Shard. Okay, what do you got? Alright. And now let's play the Mad Robomancer game. I wonder how our opponent likes the Mad Robomancer game. They're gonna weave into nothing it. Okay, interesting. I don't know how dangerous Mad Robomancer was, but they countered it. Empress of Ice, sure. So they're going to tap my guy and then have Empress of Ice. That's fine. They are really they're gonna get blown up pretty massively here. I'm assuming they're gonna champ power. Yeah. Champ power on 5, lock our board down. Sure, that's fine. What I'm gonna do though is I'm going to draw Heart's Whisper for a non-resource. Unless we draw our own Empress of Ice, we're gonna Heart's Whisper for a non-resource. See what we draw. Because if we draw a copycat, I want to copy the Empress of Ice and then transmogrifate it. Is our opponent? Yeah, non-resource. 2. Okay. Alright, transmogrifate the girl. What are you? Huh, they're gonna get a Dreadling now because of that though. That's unlucky. Could be worse. We're not really in that bad of a spot, honestly. Huh. That's actually a problem. That's like very legitimately a problem. Spooters. Spooter. Grr. I legitimately wonder what my opponent's trying to do right now and what they plan to accomplish. All right, we're going to consult the talents, draw some cards. Okay. Let's play this. I actually shouldn't have done that. We're gonna do this because that was stupid of me, honestly. Just gonna take the transmogrifate anyway. Continue to combat, swing in. We'll decide how problematic anything our opponent does is later. Basically, this transmogrifate is gonna be Empress of Ice. It's gonna turn this into another warbot. Huh. That's a problem. So what card is he going to try to... Like, we're kind of about to take a metric shit ton of damage, aren't we? This is kind of bad. We're gonna get run out of this game by, like, all this shit. Just bad luck. I don't think we're dead. 11, 12... Yeah, that's a lot. Shit. I mean... Like, shit, man. We can do that. Just swing with the spider. I think that's good. God. There's a lot of damage that's coming at our face. Why can't you draw more spiders, dude? Draw more spiders, please. Spiders are good for you. They're healthy. God, this matchup feels so medium. Even though it's even, just they have a bit of tech in their deck and I don't. I'll be honest, I've seen like tech on both of these like mirrors we've played today, and I haven't cared for the tech either one of them have been playing. Skittering Cultivator, okay. If they attack recklessly, we can kill them. Consult the Talons. It all depends on how my opponent plays this out. They didn't attack. Curious. Alright, end our opponent's turn. What did we draw? This is what we drew. So let's think this through. Oh, no! I didn't mean to go to combat. I legitimately did not want to go to combat here. God damn it. Do I even want to attack? Because I can attack with this. This will hit my opponent for 7. I guess that's pretty good. That leaves me with 5 blockers. I can commander prompt post combat, which is my plan anyway. My opponent dies next turn, pretty regardless at this point. And now we activate Champ Power, Sapphire. Let's tap down one of the 3/3s. They're just gonna get another one, so it's not the end of the world. We're truthfully not in the best of spots. We're essentially trying to steal this game from our opponent, honestly. Our opponent drew and did not hit any Spooderlings, even though the deck is 62 cards. He just put Flight onto one of the dumb stupids. That's wonderful. So how big is our opponent swinging? Whoa! Okay. I don't think... Can I defend this? Because 1, 2, 3, 4... There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 things coming at me. If all of them were 1/1s, I'd still die. Yeah. We can't do anything about that. Fuck. Ripperino. That's unlucky. Also, I've gotten a shit ton of mirrors, and I don't like that. Can I get a non-fucking Empress mirror, please? I've been playing on the ladder this entire season and haven't encountered this deck once. And now that I'm playing it, people are playing it. Like, dudes. Oh, God. Okay. I just want to get one good game where it's not like a mirror of a deck that I never see played. All right, we are versus. Ooh, we're versus the Psychic Ascension deck. All right, this hand, I'm actually very happy with this hand. We can get a resource, guarantee us hit third drop. Heart's Whisper on 3 guarantees us we hit our 4th resource, and then we can Empress on 4 into a copycat, into hopefully locking our opponent out of the game. So this deck, this is a candle deck, and yep, it's the Sapphire Diamond Psychic Ascension deck. So it's like, I'm actually trying to build this deck right now. I'm gonna probably build it like at a later time, just not right now, because the cards I want and need for it are out of stock everywhere. But this deck is really, really sweet that we're playing against. I'm hoping that we can outpace it though, because Empress of Ice is actually a really good card against this. So is Tribunal Magistrate, and voila, we main deck 4 of each. Commander Prompt isn't as good in this matchup, but the thing is, he gives us a reasonable clock after we've established a lock on our opponents. So that is a really good thing. Opponent plays their ice. So that's good. Another Skittering Cultivator. I don't really care to play that this turn. So what I'm going to do, we're going to Heart's Whisper, grab our resource. And now we're going to attack for 1. Alright. We're in a really good spot. Because this deck needs its creature base. Okay, that's a little problematic. Because we don't have a way to deal with this thing. Okay. If I had a way to deal with this, I wouldn't care. But that being on the board right now is a bit of a problem. You know what they always say? Ask and you will receive. So you know what? We're going to make sure that there's no getting our opponent out of this lock. That's my fault. I should have transmogged this thing first. Crap. I mean, this isn't that big of a deal. We can still make sure we get our Empress of Ice. So what we'll do is we'll copycat, targeting our Empress of Ice, and this will revert it back. It's not the best play, but it's a really good play because it keeps us with our lock piece. I should have transmogged that before I ran out my Empress, because they didn't have two creatures I need to tap down, so that's a misplay on my part. Because we'd have two Empresses right now. Are you kidding me? You know, sure. Sure, dude. Alright. So we're going to consult the talents. Just boom, boom, boom. Draw some cards. Do I want to draw more cards? I think I want to draw more cards. Play another resource. We're going to just use both of them on this thing. Then we'll do is we want to copy our Empress of Ice. So we will do that. This is where our opponent needs two pieces of interactions to get rid of our Empress. Of course they have the one though. Are you kidding me? One of the worst things that our opponent could have hit. Alright. So I think I want this because of their current board state. Because they have their Cyclone Shaper. I can't do anything about that right now. So I think I want the Tribunal Magistrate to run it out and punish them for playing too many things. Alright. The Heart's Whispering. They've been missing shard drops though, which is a big thing. But now they Heart's Whispered, so they hit a shard drop here. Alright, Light the Voters for free. What else does our opponent have in their deck? Possibly not much. Oh, this is really, really like juicy. I feel like I want a Heart's Whisper for. I feel like I want to do this right now. Continue to combat. And put our opponent in a position where they like borderline have to block. opponent went to 3. We'll play Warp Steel. And we'll end our turn. Now, our opponent essentially needs to combo kill us at this point. But anything they play, because we have Magistrate, to combo kill us, they're going to have to run through their deck, and we're just going to keep putting spiders in. So I don't think our opponent can actually do it. Alright, our opponent's not doing much. Alright. I think this matchup's really good for me. Do you have the interaction to stop this? Show me interaction, protect your guy. What's that? You don't have it? Aww. I mean, I'm not actually sad about that. I'm actually glad you don't have it. But aww. Oh, Runebind on Empress of Ice. Interesting play. I think we'll sit on this. We'll wait. We'll wait. We're in a good spot right now. Our opponent's trying to dig their way out of this situation. But now they're putting spiders into their deck. Which, one, is going to dilute their deck, and 2, they're going to start giving me my little army of unblockables, which would be 4 4s right now. No, 3 3s. Yes, 3 3s. Hello. Give that one minus. Tap that one down. And got you, dork. For one of these. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Drop a Skittering Cultivator out there. Let's go to combat. And we will smack our opponent with a couple Dorkos. Which they could always block to keep themselves alive. No, that wouldn't have killed them. There was essentially no chance of death there for our opponent. With it, especially, sure. You can bounce my guy back, but that doesn't change the fact that you're in a bad situation. Yes. More spiders. More spiders. Yes! This card's busted. This card's bonkers. Two, 4, 6. If our opponent doesn't have a response, we win. Our opponent knew they didn't have a response, so we won. Alright, so we want Verdant of the Ancient Kings. We want Transmogrifades for this stupid guy. We want Into the Unknowns for this stupid guy. We want Mad Robomancer for this stupid guy. Cards coming out. Runebinds are pretty medium. They're not bad, but I'd rather have other cards. I think we want out of some Skittering Cultivators and Warp Steel Shards Warren to put a command prompt out and put one Skittering Cultivator back in. Because I always forget to... There. Alright. Game 3, game 3, game 3, game 3. I mean, excuse me, game 2, game 2, game 2, game 2. This matchup's not really that rough. It's pretty reasonable. We just need to hit one more resource. And this hand is amazing. The reason why Empress of Ice really hoses this deck is this deck uses a lot of cards with Mobilize. And so by making it so that they can't mobilize off their troops over and over again, we really hinder their ability to combo off. Alright, we hit the last resource we needed. I think we're going to go resource 4. I actually could have gone this, seeing if we drew the resource naturally, and if we did, we could just go use that to get a non-resource. That probably would have been a better play in hindsight. It's just a play line that I don't use very often, so I wasn't thinking about it. That's okay though. We're guaranteed to get combo power, so it's always good. Alright, got our shard. Play our shard. Next turn we're gonna learn how punished we would have gotten next turn. We're gonna hold up this transmog in case they have a Cyclone Shaper, because we need to murder that thing on sight. Alright, they're gonna have all their shard thresholds met. They have this diamond and double sapphire. Heart's Whisper. Okay, you can Heart's Whisper to your heart's content, boo-boo. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Let's see what our draw is, though. Yeah, no. We did get punished for that. That's fine. Do I want an Empress of Ice right now? I could probably get away with it having a second Empress. Force my opponent to try and deal with this one. I think this is also efficient use of my resources. I don't want to be doing nothing on 3 since I have it. I feel like this is right. Cyclone Shaper on 4 for our opponent with the free light the votives. Free Transmogrifade, sure. Alright, they got a free Consult the Talons. So I definitely need to Transmogrifade this guy. Alright, our turn. Let's go, let's see what we draw. What do you have, a Totem Trap in hand? You don't? Was that just a stupid attack? Right, before we do anything else, we are going to attempt to Transmogrify the Cyclone Shaper. I feel like people are really bad with this deck because they're running out their Cyclone Shapers without any protection, which isn't smart, honestly. It's like probably one of the worst things you could do. Like, all you have to do is wait till you have, like, some type of defensive card. But people aren't waiting for their defenses. They're just running their guys out. Alright, what do you have, opponent? You have to deal with 2 Empresses of Ice. Another Cyclone Shaper. Resource, 4 cards remaining in our opponent's hand. T-Filled Seer. T-Filled Seer. With 2 cards in hand. I don't really care to attack this turn, so let's see what we draw. This seems pretty good. Force our opponent to have a response. fact that we have another Empress of Ice in hand is actually insane. This means that we've seen 3 of our Empresses of Ice. If we get another copycat, we're copycatting our Tribunal Magistrate. This is like really good because we're locking them down from all avenues. It just puts our opponent in a situation of can they get out of this. Alright, 2 cards left. 2 cards left in their hand. What do you really have for me, opponent? And there's one more thing to get rid of. And resolve. Lock them down, lock them down. Sure, room bind the commander prompt. I don't actually care. Because there's no actual feasible way that they can get both these off the board right now. So my opponent, are they about to just try to draw for their life? No? I can focus, see what we draw into. We're actually going to gladly take this because we can do these things. We're pretty handedly shutting our opponent out of this game, being completely honest. We have 3 Empress of Ice on the board, 2 Tribunal Magistrates, and a Commander prompt floating off to the side. Like, I don't really think there's anything our opponent can do about that. Look at the little candle. Look at the. That's really cute. He's trying to draw. It's a spooter. 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 It's spooter. It's a spooter. Alright, put some candles out. Unfortunately, I held resources in my hand, so that means I'm tap your boys down and then kill you. But to be fair, I don't even need to tap your boys down because I'd kill you anyway. I mean, if you'd like to keep playing cards, you can be my guest. I really like this deck. This might be my new favorite deck. Alright, they play an ice. What is our opponent trying to... I don't know. Wait, actually, they have a couple cards that could get them out of this, actually. Like, the runic things. The Dread and the Runic Affinity, I think. All those would definitely get them out of this. Well... Damn, that's unlucky. That's really unlucky. But once again, we won. Alright, I just wanted to get like a real match and not a shitty ass mirror recorded. I really like this deck. As you can see, I'm really close to Cosmic, so I might just play this off camera because I'm like really close, and I hate to do that, but it's like I'm having so much fun with this deck and I'm just so close and I can taste it and no. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.